Hey guys, Remington from the Revury here, and today's authenticity video is how to authenticate Oliver Peoples sunglasses. And there's 3 ways to do it. There's lenses, engravings, and pins. And starting with lenses, Oliver Peoples uses a number of different types, but the easiest way to authenticate a lens is to match what the description is to the actual lens itself. So Oliver Peoples uses a special type of lens called the VFX lens. And you'll know that your pair has a VFX lens because it will be written in a red on the inner portion of the right arm. So here's an example right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's there, VFX. And in order to authenticate it, you have to do what's called the breath test, which is where you fog up the lens, and then in the inside center of the lens, the VFX logo should appear, or alternatively, the Oliver Peoples logo should appear, which is the circle, triangle, square logo. So, to demonstrate, bear with me. Do you see it right there? VFX. So, that's the breath test. I'll show you on another pair. This one also has the VFX. You'll see on the arm. So then you do the breath test. And you'll see the Oliver Peoples logo on this one. It's right there, very faint. But I need to caveat that not all Oliver Peoples sunglasses uses VFX lenses. So for example, this pair of aviators does not have the VFX logo on the inner portion of the right arm, so therefore you won't do the breath test on this pair. But just wanted to caveat that. And that wraps up how to authenticate based on lenses. Just as a recap, you can only do the breath test on sunglasses that claim to have the VFX lenses, so keep that in mind. But you can use a different form of authentication, which would be the engravings. So if you open a pair of Oliver Peoples sunglasses, on the inner portion of the left arm, you'll see what is a seemingly incoherent string of letters and numbers, but really they all have a meaning. So what this is right here, starting with the OV, is the serial number for the product, and then it goes into the make and model, and then it goes into the product dimensions. And this is probably the easiest way. You'll see that this number, it measures the width of the lens. This is the width of the bridge of the nose, and this is the width of the arm. And what counterfeiters will do is they'll just mass apply a series of numbers and letters onto all of their products that they're manufacturing, and it won't be right. There's just impossible for them all to be accurate. So take out your measuring tape and measure the width of the lens, the width of the bridge of the nose, and the arm, and see if it matches up. And if it doesn't, then it means it's fake, and you should run for the hills and try and get your money back. So that's another easy way. They'll always have the logo on the inner portion of the right arm, so also make sure that they don't switch up which arms are placing which engravings. And then the last way is through the pins. And the pins are these little pins, for lack of a better word, that you'll find. They're not actually decorative, although very cute. They are also functional. So you'll see that they're tied to the hinges, and Oliver Peoples uses what's called a 5-barrel hinge, which means if you look at it, you can count down. There are 5 barrels that are used right here, rather than the 3 set barrel, which would look something like this. Oliver Peoples look like this. And what that does is it makes it much sturdier and less flimsy, so it almost feels like it's a little taut. So double check for that, make sure that has it. The only exception is most aviators don't have a 5-barrel hinge because their frame does not require any pins. You won't be able to apply the pin test or the barrel test to these guys. But you can still use the engraving test that will always apply on the inside of the arms and the logo on the inside of the right arm. So that sums it up. I know this is a longer video than normal, but if you have any questions, let me know, and yeah, weigh in. Talk to you guys soon.